Aloha everybody and welcome to part 15 of Mega Man Legends 2, and we're finally done with Nino Island. But as I go back into this place, oh my god, the pig! It's still around, it's not dead yet! I didn't turn him into bacon after all. He's too cute. Thank you again. I'm not lonely anymore now that I've got him. Oh, thank God, such a relief. So yeah, the girl who said she was going to have bacon for breakfast has changed her mind. She has kept the pig as a pet. And that's going to be so much easier to explain to Shu. That I gave away a pet because it helped someone out. It gave someone else some company. Made them not so lonely anymore, you know? I got Roll, I got Data the monkey. I got TV and then newspaper and all kinds of stuff on the Flutter. That girl didn't turn that pig into bacon. I mean, not yet, anyway. I mean, she could get really hungry. But we'll assume she won't do that. So anyway, folks, in the last part, we suffered through one of the most annoying dungeons ever to get the second Mother Lode key. And as always, every time you get a key, you have to bring it back to the giant airship known as the Sulphur Bottom to deliver it to Von Blucher, and he will tell us where the next key is. Because again, we've always known where the keys are, but because of, like, ancient religion customs and stuff, no one bothered to get the keys because they didn't want to disturb anything. Like, that's the only rationale behind why we never got the keys before this. I guess even the pirates stuck to that, but, you know. You got the second key? Good work, Mega Man! Did you meet the Guildmaster? How is he? Both Barrel and I go back a long ways with him. We had many adventures together. Maybe once this is all over, we can all get together again and catch up. Anyway, on to the next key. You should be able to find it on Saul Kada Island. The city there, Kimotoma, is famous for the gold statue in the city center. We've gotten word that our old friends, the Bonds, are already there. Indeed, the reports say that they've already begun exploring the ruins. Your mission is to free the city from the grip of the pirates, then find the key in the ruins and bring it back here. Good luck, Mega Man! Alrighty, so we got 2 out of 2 keys safe, and now we gotta get the third key on Saul Kada Island, where the Bonds are apparently taken over. So, good news, we're gonna be running into the Servbots, and Tron, and Teasel, and Bon yet again, because I love those guys to death. Even though I'm sure they're not above kidnapping, actually. I try! I work so hard! But I can never do anything right! That must be why Miss Tron left me here. I'm hungry. I want a hamburger. She'll come back for you, buddy! Unless you're Servbot number 10, in that case you might have pissed her off at the end of Tron Bond, but either way, Flame Barrier protects you from fire attacks, and that is automatic. It's very expensive, but when you buy it, it's automatically equipped to your person, and yeah. Power Razor Alpha has attack plus 4, so I'm definitely buying that, because that's actually going to help raise my attack all the way to max. And the Link Armor reduces damage done to me by 50%, so that's a pretty good deal. Every time you bring a key to Von Blucher, the inventory always gets better, and getting all these items is so freaking helpful, you know? So let's see. Padded Armor Omega? I'll see you later. We're now putting on the Link Armor. Because Mega Man is very Zelda-like, and we had to have something that referenced Link. Clearly. Clearly that was the intention. So I have max attack. My Mega Buster is the strongest it could possibly be. It will be shooting giant blue pellets that do quite a bit of damage to the Bond family. And, hey, like I said in the Legends 1 playthrough and the Legends 2 playthrough, you know, I've always been about max attack. Whenever I can max out the attack of the Mega Buster, I will do it. And now that I have done it, things will be going a lot smoothly, and I'll be killing things a lot quicker. And I don't care. It's all about fun with me. It's all about destroying everything as much as I can. So yes, Saul Kada Island is a very hot island. It is actually a desert island, so we're going from water dungeon to very hot place. That's never fun. But anywho, folks, we got the Reflector Arm. The Mechanic Notes 3 turn out to be the Spread Fire Notes, which combined with the Sower turn into the Spread Buster. And we still can't use the Zet Saber or the Firecracker. We'll be able to use the Zet Saber later, but not the Firecracker until I go to the A-rank dungeon. So I've equipped the Buster Cannon, which is different from the powered Buster in Mega Man Legends 1. It serves the same kind of purpose. It's this big friggin' cannon that gets strapped to Mega Man's arm. You can't move while you shoot it. You can only be standing and shooting. But it is a lot better than shooting that very slow bazooka that was shot in Legends 1. This one actually shoots a giant, fast energy ball that is really, really effective, and the Buster Cannon's actually that great glass cannon kind of weapon where, yeah, you can't move when you use it, but holy shit, it does a lot of damage, and oh, you feel the impact when you use it, so, it's gonna be helpful for the upcoming boss fight, if I do say so myself.
We've gotten reports that Kimotomo City's been taken over by the Bonds. That's why I had to land out here. The city's in the desert to the north. Before we can get to the ruins, we've got to help the people in the city.
So yes, we are in the desert. Don't worry, you don't have to worry about dehydration or anything. We don't have to worry about mirages or anything. We're in a giant open desert field, but there's a map on the top left that shows us exactly where we need to go. Up north is where the city is, so yeah. You also gotta watch out for quicksand, because you'll get stuck in there. Oh, and there's the Bonds!
There are landmarks that can help lead you to them. Can you see anything?
We don't need landmarks, Roll. The desert's very, very basic. We can already see where the optional dungeon is in the bottom left corner. The map tells us everything we need to know, so yeah. This is the last optional dungeon in the whole entire game, and boom! God, I love the Buster Cannon, that's awesome. But this is the last optional dungeon. You need a Class S license in order to be able to go into this place and get the various items inside. So that's it for optional dungeons. Everything else is pretty much mandatory. We've pretty much discovered the last island until the very final stuff, so, yeah. And I guess you're wondering where the fourth key is, then, if we've discovered the last island. It might be on Kalinga, but, you know, I'm just spoiling things now at this point. Either way, folks, we're in Kimotomo City, and this place is taken over by the Bonds and the Serve Bots and all their weaponry. And like I said, we got max attack in our Mega Buster now. We got this Buster Cannon that is very powerful and shoots very fast and far. And I actually don't think any of these enemies are as advanced as the Bird Bots. We saw earlier in the desert the Drox that were chasing us. They're definitely as slow as they were in Legends 1. They're not as fast as Glide's airships, where we needed the homing missile to shoot Glide's airships. They moved too fast. We had to, like, shoot ahead of them. The Drox, no, we can pretty much shoot at them because they don't go that fast. We could get to where the bosses are, but unfortunately they've sealed the place off with a concrete Bond logo. So we're going to have to take a detour and go the other way. First, I would recommend going to the east section first, not the west section. Because here we have a giant friggin' cannon surrounded by 3 other cannons. And like I said, Buster Cannon, when it's fully upgraded, it's not only powerful, it shoots very, very far and very, very fast. But you gotta remember, you can't move when you use it. I can't strafe and use it at the same time like a lot of other weapons. So you gotta make sure that you gotta dodge everything else after you shoot. But booyah! So I could have went to the left and actually taken a side pathway to get behind the cannon, but I decided to just rush it and go through because whatever. It dropped a blue Bond key, which opens this blue Bond door. And apparently Saul Kada was going through a festival before the Bonds showed up, or at least it was preparing for a festival. This is a strange painting. What's it supposed to be? Looks like a UFO. Dun 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 dun. That was the X-Files theme I was singing. I'm sure you knew that. But either way, folks, the reason we come to the east section first is because it will actually help us in the west section when we're going through and trying to catch up with the Bonds. There is a guy with a red undershirt here who is a truck driver, and by talking to him... What? You're gonna help us? Really? That's great! Me? I'm a truck driver. They caught me and locked me up in here. I thought I was gonna go stir crazy. Let me know if you need my help, okay? By talking to him, we can actually get his help later. So that's the reason you want to go to the east first. If you don't care about that, well, you can actually completely skip the east section and just go straight for the bonds. Because, you know, there's not much else other than Zenny and stuff to collect here. So, yeah. Check all the pots in this hallway. This is the hallway used to sneak up behind the cannon if you don't just bum rush it like I did. It even has a nice side house that we can look at with books and a kitchen and a painting of some rock stars who I assume are the Beatles, but I could be wrong. There's the painting. It's a picture of a famous rock group. Roll likes this group too. Again, I don't know who that's supposed to be. Even if it was the Beatles, I don't know which one's Ringo. I don't know which one is Paul McCartney, you know? I don't know if any of them are the Beatles, but I don't know what rock group that is, but there's a picture of a rock group. And it's the year 8000XXX, 9000XX. I don't know what decade, what year this is in continuity with the rest of the series, but it's a rock group that Roll happens to like. Name not specified. Oh, I see you, Servbot. You're not tricking me. Boom! One shot with my maxed out Mega Buster is all it takes, buddy. And I know what you're saying. Wow, Clement, Servbots are cute and adorable. Why would you shoot him? If I didn't shoot him, he'd throw bombs at me. I'm sorry. They're cute and adorable, but the Servbots are still enemies, and they're still gonna hurt me, and I still have to go out of my way to attack them, goddammit. It's a vat of pickles. The Bonds must not like pickles if they left it here. Well, yeah, they only like, you know, curry, spaghetti, A lunch, B lunch, C lunch, D lunch. And pizza. In Legends 1, we established that the Bonds really like pizza, too. Booyah! 2000 Zenny. It's pretty much the only reason to go into these side buildings, other than to look at the Kimatoma surroundings and see how every house kind of looks the same, and they all have pickles, and kitchens, and cacti, and a really weird large mask, apparently used for one of the festivals. But you learn a lot about cacti when you examine those things. So that's always swell. But yeah, in this next hallway, the Servbots are in the windows, and you gotta really watch out for them, because if you get too far ahead, they'll start throwing their bombs at you, and those bombs can hurt. And they got these little purple contraptions that try and drive in front and hit you, and booyah! Once the Servbots are running for their lives, you don't have to worry about them anymore. You can still shoot them, but you would be a monster to shoot them when they're running, goddammit. See, I'll shoot them to protect myself. I won't shoot them when they're running away in terror of their lives. Okay, so we got an electric fence that you sort of have to time your jumps for in order to get over. But because I went to the east pathway first, I have another alternative.
Hey there! Thanks for helping me out there. Let me return the favor. No need to thank me. Just hop on.
Thanks, mister.
I'll teach them to try to take over our city. They messed with the wrong people. Get ready to jump. I'm gonna ramp. The rest is up to you!
That was friggin' awesome. Can that guy just be part of the Flutter? Holy shit. We need another sidekick who just rams trucks into things. That was friggin' amazing. But yeah, it's weird. This section probably could have been before the Birdbots, because, like, their tanks are worse than the Birdbots' tanks. Their ships are worse than the Birdbot ships. It just feels like a much easier challenge than Glide as Birdbots. It's weird that this is the second, or the third section after Nino Island. It feels like the difficulty was ordered wrong, but this, even on A-class difficulty my first time, I realized that, like, wow, this is way easier than Nino Island. Kinda odd, but, you know. Here's a whole bunch of gifts I can buy for the Flutter. They're expensive and they don't really do anything, but I like to add some decoration to the Flutter, so of course I'm buying them, and I can always grind for Zenny anywhere. Those little yellow fellows forgot where they hid their key and are looking for it. Maybe these bonds aren't as scary as we all thought. Oh, the Bonds are just, they're lovable scamps. Yeah, they're holding the city hostage, and they're trying to find all the Mother Lode key and stuff, but, it's their heart's in the right place, I think.
Where did I put that key? I know I left it around here somewhere.
So before you leave this area, you want to check around for the red Bond key.
Take a look around, Mega Man. Maybe you can find something there.
And there it is. That's the red Bond key. We need it in order to face off with the boss of this area. So you find it in here behind that particular shop. And that's how that cookie crumbles. So we're going to check out the boss fight in Part 16. But I just wanted to point out, I skipped through the dialogue way too quickly. But the game cartridge is the latest game in a popular series, Resident Evil 43. Apparently in the year 8000, 9000, XXX, whatever, Capcom is still making Resident Evil, and it has reached Resident Evil 43. 43? Jesus Christ! And it doesn't break the continuity of the last game. In the last game, there was a girl next to a video game developer shop on Cadillacs Island who said she loves games like Resident Evil. She wasn't specifying the first game, she was specifying the whole series, because apparently we're at 43 now. But either way. Now Mega Man owns a copy of Resident Evil 43. Anywho, folks, stay tuned for Part 17. Till then.